9. Amazing secrets shown through an older man's haircut. A silver crown upon his head, each strand a tale of life well spread. A cut, a style, a silent word speaks louder than what's often heard. For many older men, their hairstyle becomes more than just a matter of personal grooming. It's a reflection of their character, lifestyle, and often the life they've lived. While it may seem like a haircut is just another part of a man's routine, especially in the later stages of life, it actually holds incredible potential to reveal aspects of who he is beneath the surface. A man's choice of haircut as he ages is full of hidden meanings and subtle messages. The nuances of style, grooming, and presentation can significantly impact not just how they feel about themselves, but also how others perceive them. It's not just about staying youthful. It's about projecting confidence, wisdom, and sophistication. Let's explore 9 amazing secrets revealed through an older man's haircut, each one offering a glimpse into the man beneath the silver strands. 1. A haircut as a badge of confidence. A haircut, whether it's a closely cropped style, a slick back, or a natural loose cut, can act as a badge of confidence for an older man. Take, for instance, George Clooney. Clooney, known for his salt and pepper hair, has consistently opted for a neat, classic haircut that doesn't try to hide his gray hair. His look exudes confidence. He's not attempting to disguise the signs of aging, but instead embraces them fully. Clooney's clean, tapered haircut is sharp, showing that he takes pride in his appearance. His choice not to dye his hair, but to wear it as it is, speaks volumes about his self-assurance. For older men, a haircut like Clooney's is a statement. I'm comfortable in my own skin. This is a message that radiates confidence and maturity, 2 of the most attractive traits a man can display, regardless of age. 2. A reflection of personal identity. For many older men, a haircut is a means of holding on to a key part of their personal identity, often hearkening back to their youth. Consider Tom Selleck, whose iconic mustache and classic hairstyle have remained largely unchanged throughout his career. Selleck's choice to keep his traditional, slicked-back haircut in a style he's worn for decades reflects his steadfastness in identity. The consistency in his haircut says, "This is who I am," and it allows him to stay grounded in his personal history. For older men who maintain a consistent style over the years, it signals a loyalty to one's self-image. In contrast, those who shift to a more contemporary haircut may suggest that they are open to adapting their identity and staying in touch with current trends. In both cases, the haircut tells a story of how these men relate to themselves and the world around them. 3. A symbol of elegance and sophistication. Older men can project a sense of quiet sophistication through the elegance of their haircuts. A perfect example is Pierce Brosnan. Brosnan, often celebrated for his gentlemanly aura, has gracefully transitioned into his older years with his silver hair styled in a neat, side-parted cut. His haircut is classic and timeless, making him stand out in a crowd not just because of his looks, but because of the quiet elegance it exudes. His hair, always neatly styled but never flashy, signals that he is a man who values the finer things in life. Elegance is not about standing out, it's about presenting yourself with dignity. Brosnan's cut is never overly styled, but it is always well maintained, signaling a man who knows what works for him and who values the importance of polished grooming. For older men who desire to project sophistication, a well-tailored haircut like Brosnan's sends a clear message of refinement and taste. 4. A commitment to self-care and grooming. An older man's haircut is also a reflection of his commitment to self-care and grooming. Robert De Niro, for example, has always been seen with a haircut that's neat and trimmed, often cut short to frame his face and enhance his strong features. This attention to grooming, even as he ages, shows that De Niro is still engaged with his appearance and self-care routines. An older man who continues to visit his barber regularly, ensuring his sideburns are sharp and his neckline is clean, is demonstrating that he takes pride in his appearance. Even with graying or thinning hair, a man who invests in his grooming sends a message of vitality and self-respect. For older men who may fear they've lost a bit of their youthful energy, a good haircut can act as a powerful tool to communicate that they still care about how they present themselves to the world. 5. Hair as a symbol of wisdom and life experience. For many older men, their hair, particularly when it has turned gray or silver, becomes a symbol of wisdom and experience. Look no further than Morgan Freeman, whose full head of white hair has become part of his iconic image. Freeman's hair isn't styled in any overly dramatic fashion. It's often short, natural, and neatly groomed. Yet, it speaks to the gravitas and wisdom that have become synonymous with his persona. Freeman's hair doesn't just tell a story of aging, but it tells a story of a life well lived. The simplicity of his haircut, combined with the silver hue, radiates a man who is comfortable with his age and who carries the weight of experience with dignity. For older men who are fortunate enough to have retained a full head of hair, embracing the natural graying process can become a key part of their identity, symbolizing both their longevity and the lessons learned throughout life. 6. A quiet rebellion against conformity. Not all older men choose conservative hairstyles, and some use their haircut as a subtle form of rebellion against the expectations of society. Sam Elliott, for instance, has kept his long, flowing silver locks throughout much of his career, well into his older years. Elliott's hairstyle is anything but traditional for a man of his age. In a world where men over 60 are expected to wear short, cropped styles, Elliott's longer, rugged hair speaks to a spirit of nonconformity. Elliott's style sends a message that he isn't beholden to societal expectations about what an older man should look like. For older men who don't wish to conform to the idea that they must fade into the background as they age, a bold haircut like Elliott's can be a way to express individuality and defy the conventions that say older men should be more conservative in their appearance. 7. A reflection of simplicity and efficiency. As men age, their priorities often shift, and their haircut can reflect these changing values. Consider Steve Martin, who for years has sported a simple, short haircut. Martin's no-fuss, low-maintenance style is a reflection of his personality: direct, humorous, and efficient. There's no need for elaborate styling when simplicity does the trick. Martin's haircut symbolizes a man who values efficiency and isn't concerned with spending hours in front of the mirror. For older men, a simple, well-kept cut can project a sense of freedom, a life where the complexities of youth are replaced by an appreciation for what truly matters. The simplicity of Martin's haircut reflects his focus on substance over style, reminding us that elegance doesn't have to be complicated. 8. A chance for reinvention. Many older men use their haircut as an opportunity for reinvention. Consider Paul McCartney, who in his later years has transitioned from the iconic mop top of his Beatles days to a more modern, layered cut. McCartney's hairstyle has evolved along with him, reflecting his ongoing creativity and refusal to be confined by his past. A new haircut can be a signal of a new phase in life, a post-retirement adventure, a new hobby, or a newfound freedom. For men like McCartney, a new style says, "I'm still evolving." It serves as a reminder that getting older doesn't mean you have to be stuck in the past. Reinvention is a powerful tool, and for many older men, a fresh haircut can signify that they are still very much in the game, ready to embrace whatever life has next. 9. A connection to culture and tradition. Haircuts often serve as a connection to a man's cultural heritage or past. Jack Nicholson, for example, has maintained a relatively consistent, short, slicked-back look that reflects both his persona and his ties to Hollywood's golden era. His haircut, reminiscent of the styles worn by leading men in the 1950s and 60s, connects him to a certain era and tradition of masculinity. For many older men, a specific haircut can connect them to their roots, whether that's a cultural tradition or a personal history. By maintaining a classic or traditional style, men like Nicholson honor their past while also keeping themselves relevant in the present. The power of a man's haircut, especially for older men, is vastly underrated. It is more than a grooming routine. It's a reflection of confidence, wisdom, self-care, rebellion, and the evolution of identity. For older men who wish to continue to look and feel attractive, the haircut is an important and often underutilized tool. Each of these 9 amazing secrets, demonstrated through real examples of iconic men, highlights just how much a simple haircut can reveal about an individual. From quiet elegance to bold rebellion, an older man's haircut is a window into his personality, experiences, and outlook on life. And for those who embrace the subtleties of style, it becomes a powerful tool in projecting attractiveness and self-assuredness as they continue to age gracefully. Let us gaze with veneration at your crown